Hey everyone, and welcome back to Master Sight. Today I have game 5 of Crossroads. So wrapping up our Crossroads series here. And I'm going to be facing off against Mark Howard and his Forces of the Abyss. So let's go ahead, dive into the list, and get into the game here. So Mark is taking the new hotness, as it were, which is Abyssal Berserkers. So he's got 4 hordes, all with sacrificial imps. He has 3 regiments of tortured souls. He has the Seductress with the Gnome Glass Shield, knowledgeable host Shadow Beast. He has triple warlocks, 2 with Bane Chant, 1 with Mind Fog. He has the formation with sacrificial imps all around. Um, so I do like his version of lists. I think that the only thing, if somehow possible to get, would be some items on these berserkers. But I think Tortured Soul's an excellent unit for this type of army because they're the same base size as berserkers. I also think that just warlocks with Bane Chant are extremely valuable. Um, yeah. So I like Mark's list a lot, and I think it did well for him over the weekend. I think a lot of the Abyssal Berserker type armies performed fairly well. So so let's go ahead and dive into the game. So there is Mark here. So first time I have the privilege of playing Mark. He is the I don't know, ringleader of the dojo group out of the Mid Atlantic. A guy that I've known for a long time, but haven't had the pleasure of playing. He did the matchups live commentary for the Washington D.C. Masters. So really cool guy, just fun guy to hang out with. We were hanging out quite a bit this weekend, talking everything Kings. So yeah, very lucky to get to play him in this last game here. So here is our board. Our scenario is Stockpile, I believe, if I remember right. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Um, so I think Mark chose to fight me, so I chose between the remaining scenarios. I think there was only 2 options. We did Stockpile mainly because I mean he's a fast army. He doesn't really want to pick up these tokens, so I was like, nah, let's do it. But he also has some good units to pick him up in those characters. But to score more than 1 point on a character on the characters, they need to be on other units. So yeah. So on the far left of Mark's deployment, he's got 2 of his hordes out here of berserkers, a regiment of berserkers, another horde. He has a warlock behind. He has his Nagari here in the center with the Abyssal character. What's her name? The Seductress behind. He then has the last horde flanking that with another warlock. I believe the 2 in the center are Bane Chant warlocks. He has the regiment of Torture Souls, another Torture Soul, and the last regiment from the formation over here. And then this is the Mind Fog one out here. And then on my side of the board, I got the Blade of Slashing, Dreadfiend, Regiment of Scarecrows, Troop of Tormentors, Horde of Scarecrows with the Blood of the Old King unit behind, Butcher Flesh Ripper, both of the what's called Mind Screeches. We got the Portal of Despair in the center. We got a triple stack with J Boots, Butcher Flesh Ripper. Then on the right, we got a triple stack with Helm of the Drunken Ram, and on the far right, it is the Trickster's Wand Dread Fiend. So trying to stretch out the whole table. Obviously, the token areas are the most important. But so yeah, we go and roll off, and Mark gets the roll for first turn, so he takes the first turn, and he moves up, fairly aggressively, not as aggressively as he could necessarily, but yeah. So pushes everything forward, puts the seductress in the forest so she can see out of. Everybody else is kind of staying protected. But I don't think any of my stuff is in charge range for turn one. So I think he made sure that was not going to happen. So he does a little mind fog thing. Nothing really happens, and then it's my turn. So bottom one, we move forward like so. Trying to utilize that obstacle in the middle a little bit. Otherwise, pushing aggressively on the left and on the right as well. But making sure we're not exposing any flanks from the center on either way. So on the left, we have positioned to where our Dread Fiend cannot be charged. Keep that horde in the front. Don't allow them to sit because of using your own unit to block. And you can move up the field pretty aggressively with that. I did run the Butcher Flesh Ripper up to take a token and to take a charge. If he wants to charge, his stuff gets up on the hill here. If he fails to kill my guy, I have stuff from the center that's overwatching. So, Butcher Flesh Rippers are a trap. Their job is to go be traps. Yep. So push forward the center. We push forward aggressively. This Butcher Flesh Ripper doesn't really have any good positions to be in for trap purposes. So he's more of there as a counter threat. So, but yeah. I wasn't able to move the regiment all the way up and get them out of the arc of the middle horde here. So they had to stay back and stay outside of the 18 inches. Realistically, though, they're still doing what I need them to do in this position. Being up here doesn't really gain us much because we can't see past the trees. And then the Dread Fiend moves forward aggressively outside of front arcs over here. If he wants to charge with a that guy, he can. So shooting, our lightning bolts decides, we don't like seductresses, and we're gonna make your life a living hell here. So, first lightning bolt goes off, and I do get a wound to pop the known glass shield. Second lightning bolt goes off, and again, this is cover shots. We hit 4 times. And then even if we didn't pop the known glass shield, we rolled 4 wounds. 4 of them were 5s or higher. And then we roll a lucky waiver off of those 5 wounds onto this seductress. And yeah, that's just the start of the game here, effectively for us. Good dice start. Let's see if they continue. So Mark's turn 2, and he says it's go time, so he goes. He crashes into the center, which is not a bad play. I don't have anything actually overwatching the center from the flanks currently, so this is kind of an isolated battle group here that will need some support here shortly. But yeah, and then he does charge into this guy, picking up the last token here. So we each have a token. And yep, he backs up with the other one, backs up as far as they can, and then repositions. He moves forward, picks up a token with the Nagiri, and backs the seductress behind the height for the Nagiri to help keep her from getting lightning bolted. So. Yeah. So, and then everything else is just kind of crashed into the center, and then he has like a second line looking over the center here. Which, yeah, I guess I think he's keeping out of range. I can't hop over into this unit. I could hop over and kill this unit here potentially, depending on his reforms, but obviously that puts us in a poor position. So he's definitely, setting up the initial kill and then the follow-ups afterwards as well. So something I wasn't quite expecting. The regiment did get Bane chanted and then picked up my Butcher Flesh Ripper. So, um, yeah, that can happen for sure, and he did it. So, so he has both the tokens on that regiment there now. And then he did also kill the horde as well. Everything was hindered, but man, it's 30, 60, 75 attacks on fives and twos. So yeah, he should have 25 hits and like 21 wounds. So yeah, he did not fail hard enough for that. And then it goes to my turn two. And over on the left, because we moved forward so aggressively on turn one, his backup wasn't able to take him out of max possible range for this regiment. And I did get lucky and rolled the Wild Charge 3 on the D3 that I needed. So, with that, and seeing that the building here, or the impassable terrain, is blocking him off from corkscrew charges, um, I go ahead and charge him, and then we're going to crash into the center with all of these units here, which should help alleviate a little pressure from the middle as well, or allow us to apply pressure towards the center for the next turn. My inspiring from my portal is going to be this little yellow token here. So I put inspiring out there to help. Yeah, everything else should be inspired. So yeah, I mean, he should murder this unit on a counter charge, but you never know. So yeah, double charge in the center here. We get, or I'm sorry, into kind of the left flank, into the center. We get a flank front and pop in the J boots for the front charge, and then we just go front charge, front charge. The Dread Fiend does take a charge onto the Tormentor or Tortured Souls out here. The Horde moves forward, and then everybody else is looking in towards the center now. Because nothing's actually threatening my units out here on the right. So we want to, go where the kills are going to be, basically. It's early enough to just keep focused on kills, and I got some units in place to get tokens already. So combat comes through, and oh, and movements I should call out. One of these Mind Screeches just turned and ran 12 this way. My thought is this can be a chaff piece when he inevitably breaks through this regiment out here, so I want to get it in position. My shooting really doesn't do a whole lot when he has the regen, and everything else was cover shots, and I'm kind of blocking myself, so I felt like it just wasn't worth it. I would rather get it in position for a potential save, as it were. So we killed that regiment. Our horde picks up both tokens. We kill this horde of berserkers, which I wasn't really expecting to. We should do roughly 7 wounds from the front, and then the flank should be 5 hits and another 2 wounds. And we have dreads, so we needed 8 twice on averages. So we definitely got lucky there, picking up a horde. We even did 7 wounds with this unit into this one, and we did 4 wounds with the butcher into the other one. Like we're rolling hot. Let's just put it that way. We started with hot dice with our lightning bolt. We're maintaining the hot dice. Yeah, and I mean, so far, hot dice all around. He killed a butcher. All that's good. So I've had a couple turns of hot dice. Let's see if Mark can keep up here. So this is his movement here for top 3. And so he counters. He does charge the horde into horde. His seductress charges into these guys, which we'll see. There she is. He charges one of the tortured souls into here, the other one into the flank of the portal. The portal had to turn to look this way, into the center. He picks up another token with that guy, and he's got a token. So he's got, I think, 2 or 3 of the tokens here with everybody. I think he was able to put both units on the tokens this turn to pick one up for each of them. Counter, he counters over here. Yeah, and then just runs forward. I think he got some, what's it called? Shots. This guy has 5 shots, so he had last turn or this turn he's been shooting him, but no waivers or anything yet, so lucky for us. Combat, he does waiver the soul flares here with 6 wounds. And then he does not have the dice. He does 14 wounds to the troop, rolls the snake eyes. Oh, not great, especially because you'll see, look at all those units there. He definitely was looking to kill and then turn to face out towards the flank here. Um, so yeah, the thing that the little experience I have against Abyssal Berserkers, the thing that I've noticed is that they are quite fragile in combat, and if they don't kill something or position appropriately, they can fall over quite easily. Also, if you just roll good against them, like we did with the other charge on that horde, that helps too. The other ungodly thing is that this regiment's still alive out here. He should be doing 15 hits and he should be doing 13 wounds, and I'm only a dash 14. Like, on averages, he should have them at snake eyes, but he rolled terribly bad. I think he did like 7 or 8 wounds is all. So Mark's dice are taking a turn for the worse, and yeah, it's looking ugly from his perspective. Allowing having all these flanks kind of coming in, this could get out of hand rather quickly. So my turn, we just countercharge. I take the Dread Fiend in with the double charge because his horde against my horde, I should live, but yep, he has to take those attacks back. We back up with the wavered unit here and put our Mind Screech right in front of the Seductress, which isn't there right now. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then we kind of countercharge. We get a troop and the portal back into this regiment here. We counter, we hit the flank, we counter, hit the flank, and then we double charge up here into those tortured souls. So we're in a good position to do kind of everything we want this turn. So up here, Mind Screech up on the hill, and the Mind Screech that walks straight forward, shoot the lightning bolt at the Seductress, and we do get the kill. So picks up the Seductress is a huge thing for us. That that individual is just such a nuisance. So shooting's good. Combat, even better. We sidestep after combat, get onto the tokens, start picking those up. We're in good spot. We killed this regiment. We killed that horde. We don't kill any of those guys, which I don't think we should. They're pretty tough. And his horde survives as well. So, but man, I mean, the army, this berserker type list does fall apart rather quickly, and we got into combat on turn 2, so it's just kind of snowballing here. One or two bad rolls, and it can get out of hand here because. Let's take a look here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units left. So he has over half of his army, but yeah, it's just not in the right positions that you would want. So this is what it looks like for Mark's turn 4. He continues to fight the horde. He continues to fight where he can here and just runs forward there. He does charge the what's called this guy that was sitting here. He does charge him in over the obstacle. He fails to get a wound. I think he got 1 hit, but then he rolled a 1 for the wound, and yep, that unit still lives. Um, this is one. Oh, yeah. It's gonna say this is where Mind Fog comes into play, but I don't think he can get an angle past my unit here. So yeah, our we've been Radiance of Lifing, so we went from 14 to 13. Next turn we're gonna be down to 12, so we're not even gonna be devastated. Fun times. Uh, Yep, he goes there. I think he might have gotten a waiver there. That's why I took the picture. And he kills the horde, and then just maintains his positioning. And then he kills the regiment out there as well. So this is what we're looking at for bottom turn 4. And so I double charge the horde with the dread fiend as well as this guy. I move my Mind Screech up into a position where he can't fit past the impassable in here, so he's locked out of the flanks over here. So he's just charging the front, and he'll be hindered. Then I hit the Nagari with the flank. We do get a rear charge here with this guy. I don't know if I'm wavered or not. I can't remember. I don't think I am actually, but and then we go boop 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 boop, just hitting everything. We got a single charge there. We pick up both tokens there. We clean up the entire center, so killing everything we touched. We also pick up the Nagari. We also pick up the Horde. So we've just kind of started wiping everything. So it's turn 5. Um, and there are 3 units left for Mark here. My dice have not given up or given back anything, so it is uh, a difficult task here for Mark. Um, so basically, we're just gonna, kind of speed through. He moves over, he picks up the tokens. I have the tokens here onto the soul flares, which are again protected because of the blocks that we have in place. The other 2 tokens are there, so he charges in, hindered, picks up the Mind Screech. Yes, he still has 5 wounds from fighting those damn scarecrows before, so he's not sitting too healthy right now. And yeah, this is where he ends up. He walks away with the other guy, and bottom 5, boop, we hit double charge. We just turn to look. We double charge here. Our horde is just making sure we don't get attacked. This guy is gonna. I don't have a way to lock him down, so he's just gonna keep kind of running circles around me. We pick up the horde in combat. We pick up the other character as well. We're able to distribute the tokens equally amongst the unit strength. And then the last turn, Mark is able to safely hide his last warlock. And that's where the game will end. So, kind of a brutal one here. The dice were not cooperating with Mark there on turn 3, I think, when he needed a little bit of something. And then he got a lot of nothing with that Snake Eyes. Although I don't think it changes the entire outcome of the game, it definitely helps him, uh, fight off my stuff. He might, probably doesn't lose the horde the next turn. He can keep fighting, keep, killing some things. Uh, and then him not killing the Scarecrow regiment out on that left flank the turn before, that also just slows him down and allows me to just take out everything in the center and then focus on the other units. So, real, unfortunate dice, as it were. I think Mark did actually have a good plan and played it right with that, busting into the center early on. I did not have anything overlooking that. Didn't have a good way to answer him immediately. My only saving grace was that on my counterpunch to him, I got lucky. I picked up a horde, and then I got lucky that he didn't kill me back on the next turn. So then I was able to get flanks. So, um, and Mark made the comment. He said, he's like, yeah, I've casted like a half dozen of your games with this list or this style of list, and he's like, I can't sit back. And he is right in that instance where every turn you allow this army more space, it's going to take the space that you is given and get incrementally in better positioning. So hitting it hard when there is an opening like what I had there in the center, I think is the right mentality to have. So kudos to Mark for really identifying that and pouncing on that opportunity. It's just you can't help when the dice don't cooperate with the battle plan. But again, Mark is awesome dude. I really am glad that I was able to play him here. Um, Even though this game got extremely out of hand, I do think Mark is a very good general, and the Mid Atlantic is so deep in the amount of quality players that they have. It is a little bit unreal, a little bit daunting. But yeah, so we end the event with our big win. It is not a true blackjack. I believe it was a 20-point victory. The attrition was not significant enough for the maximum points. So 20-point win. The team does well this round, I believe as well. We got, I think, two to three wins and a loss, if I remember right. So we come out, doing well. Going into this last round, we were just slightly behind the last team we played, Gabe Toth's team. I think they were ahead of us by a few battle points at most. So with our win here, we definitely made up ground. But in the end, we were 0.25 battle points away from the first place. So the Joe Ferry's Blood Pack ended up winning the event. Congratulations to them. Uh, Gabe, John, Kat, and I believe is it Justin Jordan? I apologize, I forgot the fourth member exactly who it is, but congratulations, well deserved. You were the guys that gave us our hardest matchup. We came out, I think it was a 2-2 for wins, but I think your guys' wins were slightly bigger than ours. So well deserved, guys. Congratulations. And it just goes to show that Joe Ferry is the most influential person in the Mid Atlantic. They were the only ones that could handle the legendary dropping Tro team, as it were. No, I'm kidding completely. Turns out Joe Ferry doesn't even need to show up to Crossroads for his impact to to happen here. But yeah, happy for those guys. I know that our team was pretty well happy, pretty well satisfied with our showing. Directly afterwards, everybody's like, "Oh, I could have done this better, could have done that," but I had fun. Personally, I ended up winning my 5 games. I did not pick any of my matchups. I only was picking scenarios, which is probably best case for me anyway. I think this army thrives on the ability to see the matchup and to counter with a scenario choice. And yeah, we had some really great games, and I think it's safe to say this was the revenge tour, as it were. Got to play 2 new players, in Josh Rosado and Mark Howard here. And then we got to play 3 former players that we've played against, all 3 of which we had a losing record of 0-1. But we came back and evened up that record. So 1-1 for Gabe, Ed, and Chet. So again, Mid Atlantic. I think Josh was the only Northeast guy. The other 4 that I played were Mid Atlantic players. So all extremely good players. So yeah, I had a great time. This is an amazing event. Can't recommend it enough. Corey Reynolds, thank you again for hosting me and picking me up from the airport and allowing me to stay at your place for my travel plans and everything. So uh, definitely recommend for everybody that hasn't been to a Crossroads. It is a bucket list tournament, and it should be one of the top bucket list tournaments. So get a team, get out there. And even if you don't have a team, reach out to Corey. He will make sure you're hooked up. So um, this is, I believe, going to be my last battle report for third edition. With fourth edition news coming out and on the horizon, I don't believe third edition battle reports are going to be one very well, uh, viewed or sought after. And two, there is going to be quite a big change between editions to where I don't think third edition battle reports will have much of any substantial benefit to have for players to look at. So, in order to give myself a break, because I do have several events still lined up before the end of the year here, but they are in kind of quick turnaround succession over the next few months. I am going to not do a battle report for any of those. So I appreciate everybody that watches these. The only other video that you might see from me before fourth edition is potential roundtable with my team here from Crossroads. We did that 2 years ago and kind of talked about the whole team aspect and the journey through the event and the preparation beforehand and everything. So that may happen again. It's not 100% certain. So if it does happen, you'll see the video. If it doesn't, sorry, it wasn't meant to be. But yeah, this is my last third edition battle report, and I'm not going to talk too much longer. So I just appreciate everybody that's been watching, that has followed the channel. You guys are awesome, and I always hope to educate and improve the quality of play across everybody playing Kings of War. That's always been my goal, is to have tactical battle reports that are educational at a more advanced level. So if let me know if I'm doing that, or what I can change. I do think there may be something with fourth edition when it comes out, not necessarily battle report related, but I may have a video or two to discuss changes that are happening, what you can expect, how that's going to impact what we all know from third. So more to come. But anyway, been talking too much at you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching my videos. And if we see you again, it'll probably be in fourth. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one.